The three main reasons that contributed to the march not being successful: the EFF national shutdown. And even though people came in numbers, but this was not as the political party had anticipated. You look at the EFF president, the way he campaigned for the march, and the way the entire political party organized itself, organized the masses, mobilized people from the ground, from communities, from different organizations, political parties, civil organizations. The march was supposed to be the biggest thing in the history of South Africa. But unfortunately, it was not. And here are the three main reasons. Number one, they announced the march in time. What does that mean? That means if I am against the march and I want to prepare to actually stop the march, I've got enough time. I've got enough time to gather resources. I've got enough time to develop a strategy. I've got enough time to, come up with ways to stop the march. And that was the ANC for you. That was the government for you. That was the big businesses that didn't want to see this happen. They had enough time to actually mobilize, just like the EFF mobilized. And they mobilized the police, they mobilized private security, they mobilized even the army was deployed in communities where crime is actually at a skyrocketing rate. And every time we hear that there are no resources, there are no enough men, there are no enough vans, there's not enough this, there's not enough that. But we've seen for the first time in all communities visibility of police, visibility of law enforcement officers, visibility of the soldiers. So they had enough time to prepare for this. And that on its own, I think it scared a lot of people. People were scared to go out. People were scared to actually participate in the march because people didn't know how this whole thing was going to turn out. So that is reason number one. But reason number two, reason number two is apparently, well, it's not apparently, because the EFF president has confirmed this. The EFF booked all of its members from different provinces to actually come to Gauteng and march to the union building. They paid the transport service provider. They were supposed to be delivered in buses, and these buses were actually blocked this morning, 20th of March. They were blocked by the police to not travel interprovincially. They were blocked in their provinces, so these numbers didn't make it to the union building. That's also what contributed to the march not being successful as it was planned to be. And these people, they were supposed to add on top of the numbers that we have seen today marching to the union building. But unfortunately, they didn't. And the EFF paid over $1 million for their people to actually arrive there. But the bus service provider just sent a letter this morning saying they are not going to be able to do that because the government is not allowing them. Again, it leads to reason number one. They gave them enough time. Number three, which is the last reason, is because of also South Africans. Because what the EFF is protesting for is not necessarily for themselves only as an organization, but it's for all South Africans. It's for all South Africans. I mean, if you look at the conditions that the ANC have put us in since they took over, it's a lot. Unemployment, crime, the corruption, it's a lot. Load shedding, not to even mention, it's a lot. So we are all feeling it. But the third reason is that South Africans somehow are like babies that need to be babysitted. So they can't necessarily accept the fact that they need to stand up on themselves, by themselves, to fight for whatever change that they want to see in their lives. They somehow believe that somebody has to come and save them. And while the EFF is on the ground, they are on their phones, they are tweeting, instead of actually joining the organization and showcasing and demonstrating that they are frustrated with this government system. So those are the three reasons why the EFF march was not as successful as it was anticipated. Let me know what you think in the comment box. Also like and subscribe. I'll definitely be bringing you more videos like this. Subscribe.